You know, we talk a lot about second chances. It's such a core part of rehabilitation. But honestly, nowhere is it more complicated than in the workplace. For someone who's a former addict, a job, well, that can be the key to everything. Or it can be the trigger that sends them spiraling back. Today, we're going to dig into this, but from a really specific angle. The person who has to make that tough call, the employer.
All right, so picture this. Someone walks out of rehab, ready to start over. What do you think is their single biggest obstacle? Is it, just staying clean, reconnecting with family? Well, the answer might surprise you.
Turns out, the biggest hurdle isn't just recovery, it's re-entry. It's trying to get back into the rhythm of normal life. And who holds the keys to that? Employers. A job is so much more than a paycheck, right? It's structure, it's a sense of identity, it's a real tangible reason to stay on track. But first, you've got to get past that gatekeeper.
And the stakes here, they are incredibly high. I mean, look at Malaysia. Nearly half of all people who go through drug rehab end up relapsing. And the number one reason for that? Unemployment. It's this devastating loop, a revolving door that traps people simply because the world of work stays closed off to them.
So, this brings us right to the heart of the matter. A really fascinating doctoral thesis from University Putra Malaysia decided to explore exactly this. It looked inside the minds of these employers. What are they actually thinking when someone with a history of addiction is sitting across from them in an interview? What's really driving that final decision?
Okay, so the first major clue the research uncovered is that employers aren't just making a simple yes or no call. Nope. They are caught in this deep internal conflict. It's that classic battle between the head and the heart. And the study puts a clinical name to this struggle, an ambivalent attitude. Now, this doesn't mean indifference, not at all. It's actually the opposite. It's feeling pulled in two completely different directions at the exact same time.
Think of it like a scale. On one side, you've got this genuine human desire to help someone, a sense of social responsibility. But on the other side of that scale, there's this really powerful need to protect the business. They're worried about risk, about reliability, about the company's reputation.
The research actually breaks this down using a really helpful framework we can think of as head, heart, and hands. So the head is the logical part, all the questions about risk, trust, and potential. The heart is the emotional side, that mix of feeling real empathy but also feeling worried. And finally, the hands, well, that's what they actually do. And it usually ends up being a very cautious, very conditional willingness to take a chance. This is basically the inner monologue playing out.
So this inner conflict, this ambivalence, how does it actually show up in the workplace? Let's take a look at how these complex attitudes get translated into real-world actions.
And this is where the rubber really meets the road. You see this weird mix of actions that perfectly reflects their mindset. They might offer a job, sure, but with a really long, strict probation period. They might watch a new hire like a hawk, but at the same time also offer extra support, like a mentor. It's this constant blend of control and care, and it's a direct result of that ambivalent attitude.
But here's where it gets really good. This is the breakthrough. The research didn't just stop at identifying the problem. It found the solution. It uncovered a super clear pattern among the employers who were actually turning these second chances into long-term success stories. And it all boils down to 6 key factors. And here they are, the 6 keys to making it work. And listen, this is not just some simple checklist. It's a whole approach. We're talking about structured supervision that comes from the top, from leadership. We're talking about real psychosocial support, creating a space where people can get guidance not just on work, but on life. It's about building an inclusive culture, offering real incentives, and this one's crucial, working together with outside community groups. It's a complete support system. So what does this all add up to? If we take all the evidence we've just walked through, the employer's inner conflict, their mixed bag of actions, and then these 6 keys to success, we get to a really powerful verdict.
It really boils down to this one powerful idea. True lasting success isn't just about an employer having a change of heart. It's about the entire organization committing to a change of system. An individual's goodwill is a wonderful starting point, but it's the structured, supportive system that actually turns that second chance from a risky bet into a long-term success.
And that leaves us with a final, really important question to think about. When it comes to someone's recovery, is your workplace a barrier or is it a bridge? Because as this research makes crystal clear, the answer to that is something we can actually design.